This week's US CQM forecast alert is Economic Growth 2023 Q1, Real GDP versus Real GDI. Real GDP grew 2.0% in 2023 Q1 after growing 2.6% in 2022 Q4. Meanwhile, real GDI fell by 1.8% in 2023 Q1 after falling to 3.3% in 2022 Q4. The gap between real GDP and real GDI is 5.9% in 2022 Q4 and 3.8% in 2023 Q1. May goods exports did not fall as much as the ARIMA forecast, while goods import fell much more than the ARIMA forecast. As a result, net export improved significantly, and the economic growth rate on the expenditure side was revised upwards. Many economists who watch GDP will judge the US economy to maintain a sound growth rate and be resilient. If they look at the GDI, they can conclude that the US economy is in full recession. If they pay attention to GDO, they will judge it as an economy with zero growth and no resilience. If economists stick only to GDP, there is a big risk of making a mistake in judging the economy. The problem with the Biden administration is that real average weekly earnings per capita hardly rise due to rising inflation. Exported and imported goods differed significantly from their ARIMA forecast in May, resulting in a large improvement in net exports and a more than 1% upward revision to economic growth on the expenditure side. The economic growth on the income side is almost 0%. Average economic growth on both the expenditure and the income side, similar to GDO, is 1.55%. Both headline inflation and the core PCE price deflator were revised slightly upward, while the GDP price deflator was revised downward to 2.44%. The PCA also revised its real GDP growth rate upward from 1.07% to 1.47%, bringing it closer to the average economic growth rate of 1.55% on both the expenditure and income side of the CQM. The GDP price deflator was revised downward to 2.64%. Conclusion from this week's US CQM forecast alert. First, it is risky to judge the economy based solely on GDP. Second, latent true economic growth rate in 2023 Q2 seemed to be around 1.5%. The third, the GDP price deflator in 2023 Q2 fell to around 2.5%. This slide contains additional information about this week's detailed CQM forecast and shows how to access the past US CQM forecast alert.